Um, so you mentioned something about very interesting about you figured out smile is everything that a person needs, or
Mhm.
smile is what starts off everything, right? And you
Yeah.
said when you figured that out, like it was amazing.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, have you always wanted to be a dental hygienist or be in the dental industry?
No, I wanted to be the first president of the United States of America. That's what I wanted to.
Wow, talk to me more about it. Okay.
Well, I mean, I wanted to be the first woman president just because it had never been there. I was that little girl, just like, I always think about that there's a little girl looking up at me, right? Um, but I was just thought, wow, one day, how cool would it be for a woman to be president? And I wanted to be that. I also wanted to be Oprah. But my first degree, actually, or what I went to school for, wanted to do was broadcast journalism. I think we talked about this. Broadcast journalism, and I, you know, just that was really what my love was. I wanted to be, on entertainment and be like, and tonight on the red carpet. I just thought that would have been fun. But I had an experience where, like in media, you like, and I don't know if it's like that now, but back then, because you got to think this is some 25 years ago, I have curly hair. And with my curly hair, I like when you're in media, you can't really have your hair curly. It's like a bad thing, or it was 25 years ago, right? It was like one of those things that like it wasn't as accepted. And you have to when you're on in front of the camera, which is one of the things I wanted to be. They tell you like how you can wear your hair and stuff like that, and it's just a different kind of thing. And it wasn't what I ultimately wanted to be or do. And I had worked in dentistry in high school, right? It was one of those things I left halfway through the day, like my senior year, and went and worked in a practice. And I got to actually assist a dental hygienist and got to be a hygiene assistant and really enjoyed doing that.
This was in your high school?
Yeah, this is in my high school.
Okay. Okay.
So in high school, I got to do that. And so I went off to college for broadcast journalism, right? But then whenever I started realizing that I don't really like people to tell me what I have to do, like, especially like my look, right? Like, your look is something that's really personal to you, right? How you wear your hair, things like that. And so it just wasn't something I decided I wanted to do. And so I decided to pursue a degree in dental hygiene. And so I kind of changed my mind on what I was doing. I was a dental assistant in a practice, actually for quite a long while, like 8 years before I went to hygiene school. Um, because when I quit going to school for broadcast journalism, I went and worked in a dental practice. And whenever, I'd been there for like 5 years or so, he was like, you need to go to dental school or dental hygiene school. Don't, and so I was like, and I worked for a really good doc. I mean, we're still friends today. And so he really encouraged me. And so I was like, cool. He really wanted me to go to dental school, but I went to hygiene school, and honestly and truly, I fell in love with it because you really do. The hygienist is the one who gets to spend all the time with you, the patient, right? The doctors, they come in and out, just check you and leave. And then if you got a filling or whatever, they got to be the ones to go give you a shot and all that. But hygiene is like, the feel good, like therapist. You get to talk to people, you get to check in how their kids are doing. It's just a fun job to have. And, also it pays really well. People would be shocked at what hygienists, especially these days, because hygienists are hard to come by because so few people are going to school for hygiene. And it's like, I don't know why you wouldn't, because hygiene it can be a 2 year degree, right? It's a, well, not 2 years. It's really not. It's a 2 year degree, meaning you get a bachelor's. So it's a bachelor's program, but you have to do some prereqs beforehand. So really, in about 3 years or so, you get a you come out and you're making six figures.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it really well, I mean, you're at least somewhere around 75, it's around 75,000, right? But then that gets better depending on, if you're working, and most of them are your schedules works 8 to 5. Most people only work Monday through Thursday. My favorite schedule was working Monday through Thursday and then Tuesday through Friday every other week, because then you got 4 days off every other week. So you could do like you can easily do a little vacation in 4 days, right? Especially I live in Atlanta, so jet away. Go everywhere direct from Atlanta.
But the days that you work, how many hours do you work?
Usually 8 hours, for yeah, when I was doing clinical hygiene. I don't do clinical hygiene that much anymore because I run a company, Sage Dental, as far as their hygiene department.
Hmm. And what were the when you had that switch between the journalism to dental? Did you face any challenges in terms of like studies or like to get into dental college, like anything like that?
No, no. I mean, well, I will say back then there was a wait. So I mean, I guess I did have a wait to get into hygiene school. And now, I don't know if there's a wait anymore for it, because what we keep hearing is that not as many, people are entering hygiene school these days. But it's kind of like a lot of things anymore. I feel like we're not going to have enough electricians. We're going to have enough plumbers. you know, I'm trying to figure out what happened to all the people.
I
The
mean,
baby boomers that big of a different beast.
yeah, I